Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be doing a Q&A, which is super exciting. I have never done a Q&A before. I've wanted to, but I've always felt quite uncertain whether people would actually ask me things. I quite recently hit 600 subscribers, which is amazing. So thank you first of all to everyone that have subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate it so much. So to, I guess, sort of celebrate me hitting this milestone, I asked on Twitter and also in a previous video if you had any questions for me that you would like me to answer in a video. So today I'm gonna be answering those questions. Before we start this video though, please write a comment where you share what type of content you enjoy seeing from me, and also please share what made you actually subscribe to me, if you'd like, if there's any special reason. There might not be, I don't know. Let's now get to the questions. I have tried to, I guess, sort of divide the questions into various categories. So we have like bookish questions, Booktube related questions, and then more personal questions about movies, music, travel, and stuff like that. So let's start with the more bookish questions. Steph asked me to please explain my book shopping ritual. So for example, she said that she always goes straight to sci-fi and then to the other sections and trinkets and stuff like that. For me, in general, when I go into a store, I'm very like particular and I like to do things orderly. Usually when I go into a store, like a bookstore, makeup store even, I sort of follow, I guess, the path that you're supposed to take, and I like scanning everything. So I walk into the store and then I just go to one of the sides, be it left or right, depending on where I guess the books are, and then just start scanning and follow to the back of the room and then back to the front. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's sort of how I do it. I usually take one lap, and then if there's something I did not see during that first lap that I'm looking for, or if there's something I want to have another look at, then I go back to that section. If I don't have a particular thing in mind that I want to get, if I'm just browsing in a store, I do the scan thing. If I know what I'm gonna get, I head straight to it. Esme asked, who's your favorite female protagonist? I'll be honest, I tend to favor male protagonists more for some reason. Could be that they're written through the female gaze, could be something else, I don't know really. I don't know if I have a favorite, but some female protagonists I enjoy are Rin from The Poppy War, Anana from Magic of Blood and Sea, and Aven from The Insignificant Events in the Life of a Cactus, which is a middle grade, but she honestly has the best spirits ever. She's just such a lovely and amazing human being. She's incredible. Next question, also from Esme, is what's one book that you would recommend to everyone? This is a question that I guess you could sort of consider in two different ways. Either it's about a book that I would recommend to everyone because I think that everyone can enjoy that one, or it's a book that I personally enjoy a lot and would like for others to read. Some books I have recommended to a bunch of people are Fredrik Backman's books. I keep recommending them. I don't think I've ever seen anyone at least say anything bad about them. Even though it might not become someone's favorite book, it could definitely be an enjoyable and nice experience for someone to read it. I've also recommended The House in the Cerulean Sea to some people, and I know they really enjoyed it. I used to recommend My Year of Rest and Relaxation, mainly because it is such a different book, and I, for personal reasons, were just very intrigued to hear about other people's thoughts on that book. So I think those are like the main books I have recommended to people. Would typically also recommend The Poppy War, but it seems like I have been proven wrong, and some people for some reason don't enjoy The Poppy War. I was convinced that everyone who read The Poppy War would enjoy it. Apparently that's not the case. Another book though that I would actually recommend to, I think, most people, yeah, I would recommend it to everyone, and that is Know My Name by Chanel Miller. It's a memoir from the survivor of a sexual assault case. I think it's just such an important read. So this is a book I actually would recommend for everyone to read because it is so educational. Anya asked me, what's your favorite snack during reading, if you do snack during reading? I can literally snack on anything. Depending on what I have at hand, I can eat dinner when I'm reading, I can have like some charcuterie, whatever you call it. Or I can have candy, I can have popcorn, I can have like a dessert, I can have any drink either really, like coffee, tea, hot chocolate, alcoholic beverages. I just love eating. I think that's mainly it. If one thing is to be preferred, it would be to have a coffee when I read. Unfortunately though, I've sort of gotten into the habit lately of forgetting my coffee. I make a coffee, I have a few sips, I do something, read, watch TV, work, and then like a couple of hours later, I look into my cup and I see that I have half of my coffee left and it's freaking ice cold. Kat asked, what's your go-to reading setup? Like a favorite spot, a drink that you need, and so on. As I said, any sort of food, snack, whatever brightens my day. But I guess now in my apartment, my favorite reading spot is actually my sofa, which is right next to me, which is why I'm pointing here. I have like this corner sort of sofa thing. So I love sitting in the corner. I love being there with like a blanket and a bunch of pillows and have my reading light on. If I'm really getting into the mood of things and making it like the ultimate reading mood sort of thing, I will, as you've seen in some of my vlogs, I will lit a bunch of candles. I will also put some like lo-fi music or chill music on my TV, because my TV is a Ambilight TV, so it has like light sources at the back that sort of elongates the image, which is super cool. I also have some cozy lamps scattered around the room that I usually put on. A bunch of like just cozy lights, cozy candles, and some sort of nice mood setting music. Anya also asked, what's the most gorgeous cover you have in your bookshelf? I actually need to have a look for this one, so stick around. Okay, I know I'm like cheating with every single question, but once again, I have multiple answers. One of my absolute favorite covers of all time, and a book I bought purely because of the cover, is actually The Assassin's Curse. This is a book that became a bind-up, but this is like the separated edition of it. And I'm obsessed with these covers. I also have the matching sequel, but this series nowadays is actually known as Magic of Blood and Sea. Another one of my most stunning covers, that is a book that I thought looked so much nicer when I saw it in real life, is actually The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I believe this is the UK cover, and it is foiled. The edges are sprayed, even though that's not part of the question. And then the hidden cover is also beautifully foiled. So I was so positively surprised by this book, and I think it looks beautiful. The most beautiful books I own in general are my various letterbound books. So two examples are Jules Verne 7 novels and The Count of Monte Cristo. These tomes look stunning, they look beautiful. I have more letterbound editions on my shelves, and I'm obsessed with how they look. They look so intricate, they look so cool. I love them a lot. And then one unpopular opinion that I'm gonna state at every single chance that I get. And no, I wouldn't really say that it's gorgeous, but I would say it's one of my absolute favorite covers of all time, and that is the cover for Midnight Sun. I know everyone hates this one. I think it looks incredible and awesome and so freaking cool, and I'm obsessed with it. I want this everywhere. For the final bookish question, Kevin asked me, if you could teleport into a book, show or movie, which would you choose and why? So it's sort of bookish. I don't have a particular book I would like to travel into, because honestly most like fantasy worlds I enjoy are quite dangerous. And most of the time I would like to go into a book or teleport into a book because I want to get to know the characters. So for obvious reasons, I would love to transport into the Twilight universe because I would love to meet the Cullens. But if you consider more the actual world aspect, the setting, I think it would be more fun to teleport somewhere with like either a magical school or a music-oriented sort of school. So for example, the setting in XOXO, where the main character goes to a music academy. I feel like something like that would be a lot of fun. I would actually love to travel into the world of Daisy Jones and the Six, but not the setting where they are being interviewed, so not modern times, but actually the time that they are looking back to, the 60s and 70s when they were touring and making music and stuff, because I feel like, I don't know, I would have loved to be a fan of the band back then. And I also sort of vibe with the entire sex, drugs and rock and roll sort of thing. There's something about that era and that music that just speaks to me. Next up, we have Booktube related questions. Here, the first question is from Esme. Is there a specific goal that you would love to hit for YouTube? And yes, there is actually. I feel a bit weird about this because I feel like people don't like to talk about their goals, either because they don't want to say that they are actually aiming for something or for whatever. But I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers and hit all of the requirements needed to become monetized. For me, I work well with numbers and I work well with goals. So I feel like that's just such a solid goal to have and something to strive towards. I feel like for me, my Booktube journey has been quite slow. I'm getting closer to my 2-year anniversary. I know people that have hit like multiple thousands of subscribers within less than a year. I'm nowhere near that, and I am well aware of that. And for me, it doesn't really matter how long it takes, as long as I think it's fun, but I just like having that goal. It would be such a cool thing if I could earn just even a single penny from my hobby, from my passion. I think that's the coolest thing. It's not that I dream of making due to my sole career. I just think it's such a cool thing when you can actually, I guess, earn something from your passions. I feel weird talking about this, but also it's a very real goal for me. I'm hoping to reach 1,000 subscribers one day. It might take half a year, it might take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, I have no clue. And I don't really care how long it takes. It's sort of just my aim. Krista asked, favorite video you made on your channel? I obviously love like my readathon announcements because I put a lot of work into them, and it's sort of always like a milestone in one way to host your own readathon, I feel like. I have a few that I always think of. I love my book awards for 2021. I really went all in with like the editing on that one. It was one of the first videos I made when I got Final Cut, so I was playing around a lot with the various features and stuff, and I had so much fun just planning the video, editing the video. I also always think back to the TBR video for the Join the Six readathon, which was Six of Crows themed, where I actually dressed up as Cass Brecker. I was a bit theatrical. I, first of all, was 100% feeling myself in that outfit and with that mood. Yeah, I tried to find like quotes that fit the various prompts, and yeah, I played around a bit, and I had a lot of fun with that, and I got some great screen grabs from that one. Do we notice that everyone asks for one favorite of something, and I always say multiple ones? Another question from Krista is, something you wish you knew before starting a Booktube channel? When I started Booktube, it was July 1st of 2020. I decided straight from the beginning that I was not gonna take myself too seriously. When I started posting, I just posted whenever. I didn't stick to a schedule, and it took me about half a year or more to decide on like set dates when I wanted to post videos. I actually really like having a schedule and having set days when I'm supposed to post. Even though I don't always post on those days, it's still nice to have those days to post on. So I guess one thing I wish I had heard about or had considered before starting Booktube was that, oh, perhaps you should consider which days you want to post. But also it was sort of part of my process to just like, I'll make a few videos, see how it goes. If it's something I enjoy, I'll keep up with it, and I'll try to, stick more to a schedule, which is sort of what happened. Another thing, I guess, is I wish I had gotten more involved with the community earlier on. I was quite alone at the start of my Booktube journey. Like, I didn't really interact with anyone. I didn't really speak to anyone. Yes, I was hanging out on Twitter, and I think I was commenting on people's videos at times, but I was definitely not a part of a community. I didn't really interact with anyone. I didn't really DM with anyone. So I guess I knew that, hey, it's fine to reach out to people and try to make friends as early on as possible. In my head, it was sort of like, no, I'm a small booktuber. People need to approach me, and it's awkward if you start talking to people, which is so not the case. Am I even making sense? Okay, let's now get to the more personal questions, or non-book related questions, I guess. First, we have some questions regarding like TV shows and movies. Jane asked me, what are some of your favorite recent shows that you have watched? I used to watch so many TV shows back in the day. Like when I was in high school, I constantly was watching various TV shows from all over the world, different nations, different cultures. But I've been so bad at watching TV shows lately, I feel like. The most recent one I watched was Heartstopper, which was incredible. I bawled my eyes out when watching that one. But other than that, I haven't really watched a TV show. It's more that I've actually kept up with some of our like week-to-week shows in Sweden. I have no clue what to call it. I've been watching the Swedish Taskmaster and also Masked Singer, the Swedish edition. So those are the two shows that I've been following. It's more like reality sort of show, more like Swedish celebrities doing stuff. Kevin asked me, what are your comfort watches / favorite shows and movies? And I will sort of combine it with Krista's question, because she asked what my top 5 favorite movies and top 5 favorite TV shows are. Comfort movies and shows, if you consider that, my happy places. The things I watch when I want to feel grounded. I don't know, like when I just need a hug, are the Twilight Saga. All the movies, I'm obsessed. I will forever and always be a Twilight fan. Good Morning Call, which is a Japanese drama that is incredible, and I have watched it too many times and I already want to rewatch it because that truly is like my happy place. We also have George of the Jungle, which is such a warm movie in my opinion. There's so much heart and warmth in that movie. I also love Tarzan, the Disney movie. Like most Disney films, give me comfort, honestly. Also Peter Pan, the live adaptation from I think like 2003 or whenever it was. You know the one. You know which Peter Pan adaptation I'm talking about. That one, I've seen it too many times and I can continue to watch it for the rest of my life. Those are some of my, I guess, more comfort movies, and all of those are basically favorites as well. If I were to mention is throw out some more TV shows and movies I enjoy. We have Buffy the Vampire Slayer is probably my all-time favorite TV show. Friends is up there as well. It Started With a Kiss, which is a Taiwanese drama from like 2007 or something. It's the first Asian drama I ever watched. It started my entire craze for Asian dramas. It's definitely a product of its time and it has had many adaptations, but I love it so much. Coffee Prince is probably my favorite K-drama of all time. A very close second is Cruel City. And then that one is followed by Healer, I think. And also Descendants of the Sun. Like, there's a bunch of great K-dramas, okay? And Krista also asked, what's your go-to snack when you're watching movies or a TV show? Popcorn. I love popcorn. I'm obsessed with popcorn. If I'm going to the cinema, I'm gonna have popcorn. No matter if I've eaten already or whatever. Now, for some music questions. Jane asked, what's your favorite music / bands / songs? My favorite band is One OK Rock, which is a Japanese rock band, and I have had the opportunity to see them live 3 times. Every single time has been incredible. Favorite artist is Elvis Presley. I don't know, I just really love his music. Favorite song is Africa by Toto. It's sort of become a meme between me and my friends now as well, that is sort of my song. So every time I'm at like a party or at someone's place, I'm always like, can you please play Toto? Some more artists I enjoy. I like Ransom, which is some sort of like alternative indies, not really indie even, I don't know, alternative rock artist. My taste in music is quite broad. I listen to a huge range of music. A song I listen to that never fails to put a smile on my face, no matter how sad or down I'm feeling, is El Mismo Sol by Alvaro Soler. That song has magical powers. That's like a small taste of my music, but I'm obsessed with so much music, honestly. Anya asked me favorite One OK Rock song. I see you, Anya, fellow OOR fan. I think my absolute favorite One OK Rock song is Liar. It's very closely followed by 2020, which is a song that was only on the like Japanese version of the album, which is stupid because it's an incredible song and everyone should know about it. Then of course I love and adore and am obsessed with The Beginning and Mighty Long Fall. Final music song is from Hugo, who asked what's my favorite Eurovision song. I think my absolute favorite Eurovision song of all time is Fairy Tale by Alexander Rybak. That one is just like, I could listen to this one on repeat for many years. I think a very close second is actually Molitva by Maria Serifovic, something like that. That one just, it hits and it makes me emotional, even though I don't understand it. But it's a beautiful song. Honorable shout out to Soldi by Mahmoud and also Satellite by Lena. Incredible songs. Next little category is travel. Jane asked, if you could visit any place in the world right now, what is your most anticipated destination? This is actually quite an easy answer for me, because my most anticipated destination is Rome. And that is because me and my mom have been talking about going to Rome for 5 years. So when I was about to turn 20, we originally planned to, for my 20th birthday or something like that, go to Rome. But instead we actually went to Japan, which is like not a bad trade. So that Rome trip never happened. And ever since then, we have been talking about it. Like every year we've been saying that, oh, we need to go to Rome. We love Italian food, we love the Mediterranean. I now have this vision and visual of Rome and Italy in my mind, and I just want to fulfill that. I'm actually about to turn 25 now, and we still have not been to Rome, but actually, instead we're saying that now for my 25th birthday, in order to celebrate that, we will go to Rome. 5 years later, that trip will finally happen, which I'm so excited about, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to finally get a chance to explore Italy and Rome and just do all of the touristy things, eat all of the good foods. We then have Sam who asked me, what are my favorite places that I've traveled to, and are there any cities or countries you would love to visit? So I did mention I would love to go to Rome. I would love to explore Italy in general. I would also love to just, I don't know, travel to like South America or explore Asia more. I just love traveling. I love seeing new places. My favorite places I have visited are a few. I have had the huge fortune of actually being able to travel quite a bit with my family and also with friends and by myself, which I'm forever grateful for. I think my favorite place that I've ever been is Hakone in Japan, which is the trip I went on with my mom before I turned 20, and Hakone was just stunning. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right, I'm probably not. It's about 1 hour with the train from Tokyo, and it's sort of in the, I don't want to say the mountains, but it's very close to Mount Fuji. It was just like, I don't even know what to say. Hopefully I can find some clips or something and photographs to just insert, but it was just so green and so beautiful, and like they had a bunch of onsens, which are these spas and like hot water spas that you go to. We got to see Mount Fuji, and there were so many cable cars to get up to our hotel, and the hotel was stunning. The reason why I love that place so much as well is because it was so unexpected. I knew nothing about the place. It's just when we were planning our trip, it was just a recommendation from the agency we were planning the trip with. So they said like, oh, some people like to go here for a couple of days, and like, might as well, I don't know. So we went there, and it was our favorite place on the entire trip. So I just love that we got that opportunity. So yeah, Hakone is a favorite place. I also adore Korea a lot because I studied in Korea. I studied in Daejeon, but I had opportunities to go to Seoul and also travel to Jeju, and Jeju is also so incredibly stunning. And then of course one of my favorite places is Prague. I have family in Czech Republic, so I usually go to Czech Republic quite a lot, and I do try to go to Prague as often as I can. I just love walking around there. And then for various questions, Kevin asked me, what is my favorite food? My favorite food is pancakes. I love pancakes. I love my mother's pancakes. It was my favorite food when I was young, when I was a child. I would ask to have pancakes for dinner every single day. And it sort of just stuck with me, and once again it's some sort of like comfort food for me, I would say. I feel like I'm a very nostalgic and sentimental person. Things I enjoyed as a child are things that still are stuck with me and I still enjoy now. As you can hear with my movie choices and similar, pancakes is my favorite. And not American pancakes, not the thick ones, the thin ones, and only sugar and a glass of milk to that, and happy place, indeed. Anya asked, when you were a kid, what job did you think you would have now? I've never really imagined myself in a particular field or something like that. When I was really young, I thought I could sing and I wanted to become a singer. I can't sing. When I was really young, I either imagined myself being a teacher, because I loved school. I was one of those weird kids that loved school. Yeah, I wanted to either become a teacher or, as I would say, a boss of some sort. I had no clue what a boss was. I just knew that, oh, it sounds nice to be a boss at a company and sit at a desk. Basic like that. And then final question is from Kat, who asked, what's your favorite way to de-stress after a frustrating day at work? If I have had like a frustrating day, or I'm just feeling exhausted and tired when I get home, what I love to do is just lay down on my sofa and watch a TV show or a movie or whatever. Basically not doing anything, just relaxing. I would probably also order food because it's just more convenient and it's a bit of a luxury. Order food to my door, watch a show, and just relax and ignore everything. And those were the questions. Quite a bunch actually. Thank you to everyone, first of all, that even sent me a question. I truly appreciate that. Otherwise this video would have been really awkward. So I really appreciate your engagement in this video. As always, thank you once again so much for 600 subscribers. That's the absolute coolest thing, and it means so much to me. Every single click, view, comment, subscription. As I said in the beginning, I would love to know what content you enjoy seeing from me, and also if you have any requests or ideas or suggestions for videos that you would love to see from me. I want to make things that both I, but also you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Please take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes